What's up, everybody? My name's Big Cam and welcome back to another Comically Boston weekly nerdy news podcast where every Monday we discuss the last week in nerddom. And not too crazy a week, some sad news that came out and also some just movie news, not too much Marvel or DC news. But we'll discuss towards the end of the episode that Marvel possibly doesn't have any trailers dropping during the Super Bowl. I don't know if this is 100% accurate because, like, I think it's still, like, a week out, so maybe they have to be finalized, but, like, it seems like quite a missed opportunity with all the eyeballs that are on the Super Bowl if they don't have some type of trailer. But we'll talk more about that towards the end of today's episode. And just to kick off today's weekly nerdy news with some somber news, the legendary Catherine O'Hara passed away at 71 the other day, and I was shook by this. I was like, what? She was just in The Last of Us Season 2 like last year. She's, what? She passed away? I mean, I guess 71's up there, but like, Catherine O'Hara, we're talking, what, Beetlejuice, we're talking Home Alone, Kevin's mom. She's been in so many things, but I think she was in The Studio recently as well, and she had a pretty decent sized role in The Studio, so like, I know Seth Rogen's probably hurting because she probably was going to be filming season 2 with them, probably going to be season 3 of The Last of Us she was going to be filming, so like, heartbreaking stuff. Catherine O'Hara, what a legend, rest in peace, and shout out to her family and condolences. But, oh, Catherine O'Hara, you legend. But moving on from some of that somber news into some movie news, and this picture looks like it's going to be like they're getting married or something, and you're cordially invited to the drama written and directed by Christopher Borgli, and save the date, April 3rd, an A24 film starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. I believe this shot in Boston, so I kind of want to see it just for like that aspect of it, but you know, she's out in the streets fighting people is what, you know, we saw from filming, and Robert Pattinson's holding her back, so I don't know. But Pattinson and Zendaya are gonna have a busy 2026 with the drama, with Dune Part 3, with The Odyssey, Spider-Man Brand New Day for Zendaya. I mean, gonna be busy. And then Pattinson at some point is gonna start filming the Batman Part 2, but he's gone back to back to back to back with projects for like the last 8 projects, I think. He's been busy. The man had a kid and went, yeah, I'm gonna go to work, honey, you deal with that. But another movie poster we were talking about last week, and there were some character posters for each of them, but now a poster where they're together, where they're Wuthering Heights, the Emerald Fennell film, and I think this is a book that they're adapting, but and it apparently has been adapted before in the past, so this is their own new take on it, and this coming to theaters on Valentine's Day, and I know there's going to be a lot of women that are really here for this one, because Margot Robbie has been drooling over Jacob Elordi all press tour, and she's just like, oh, his Heathcliff, oh, you know, like, but the two of them, I don't know, looks hot, I'm gonna see it. Another movie that I think looks good, and a movie poster we have here for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and this looks a little crazy with Mario on the back of Yoshi and Nintendo Illumination, obviously, for the movie, but it looks like there's a planet there with a castle on top of it. It looks more like a moon than a planet, you know, but either way, it looks like it has clouds around it, like Saturn's rings. I don't know, very interesting, but it looks like we're going to be going to space for this Super Mario movie? Interesting. But we also got our first looks at Yoshi, and he looks to be holding a gun of some sorts, and we also see Baby Mario and Baby Luigi getting held by Toad there, which I always played as Baby Mario or Baby Luigi or Yoshi in Mario Kart, but I don't know about y'all. And as far as Mario, my favorite Mario game ever was on the GameCube, Game Boy or GameCube. GameCube was I had a water jetpack, and I was flying around with a water jetpack. I don't know what that one was called. Super Mario Sunshine or something like that. Any Mario fans out there, let me know if I'm onto something. But there was a Game Boy Mario game, and you just kind of, you know, went right to left type of thing. And you could play with Mario on the back of Yoshi, and that was my shit. I fucking loved playing as Yoshi. Freaking. Gotta get those apples for my boy Yoshi, am I right? But moving on to another project that I'm very excited for, that we also got a first look for over the last week, and I almost forgot that this was coming out because I'm such a big fan of Ted Lasso, and Ted Lasso the first 3 seasons. And the way that season 3 ended, it seemed like it might be over. But it looks like season 4, our boy Ted Lasso is going to be back with Coach Beard, and it looks like he's now coaching the women's team. So maybe that's the whole premise for the 4th one. Maybe Roy Kent is still the coach of the men's, what are they, the Greyhounds? He's the men's coach, and now Ted Lasso is going to be the females coach, and we're going to have a female soccer team that's probably just going to be as funny as the first 3 seasons, but now just all women that Ted's trying to coach, and hopefully the women kick just as much ass. And I hope they have, you know, characters like Jamie Tart and friggin' Football is Life, Denny Rojas, Football is Life. But yeah, so it looks like we got a whole group of women trying out for the women's team here in Richmond, and AFC Richmond's female soccer team should be season 4. That looks interesting to me. I know there's some people out there that are going to be like, oh, it's women. I'm not going to watch now. Fucking losers. Fucking literally like... And it's sad because there's women out there that are like, oh, men? Ugh, I'm not going to watch that. Like, when did we get so hostile towards each other, man? And like, by species, you know? Like, we used to be like, you know, hooking up, having fun all the time. Now it's like, nobody wants to be anywhere near each other. And it's like, oh, women are going to stay with women, men are going to stay with men, and we're just going to, segregate. We're not talking to each other. We hate each other. Hate anything. And it's like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. Like, I support women, I support men, I'm here for anybody, you know, like as long as they're cool and they're not assholes. I mean, that's all I care about. You know, if you're a prick and an asshole, it doesn't really matter your gender, race, or whatever the fuck you look like, you're an asshole, you know, like, I don't care if you're male, female, 7 foot, 5 foot. If you're an asshole, it doesn't discriminate. Assholes do not discriminate. If you're a negative, asshole-ish person, that's just who you are. It doesn't matter if you're trans, white, Asian, black, doesn't matter. Don't be an asshole. You're cool by my books. Another project that seems really cool to me is the live-action God of War series that's coming to Amazon Prime Video soon. And they had been confirming some people for the roles. Recently I did a video talking about Ryan Hurst being the cast person for Kratos for the God of War series, and then they added like Olaf something, the big old guy from Severance. He's going to be playing Thor, and then they added Max Parker, I believe is his name. He's going to be playing Heimdall. So they still need to cast like Balder. They still need to cast Atreus, his son. But one person that I'm very glad got cast in this role is ALASTAIR Duncan will return as Mimir for the live-action God of War series. And if you guys don't know Mimir, he's stuck in a tree with one eye, and he's got horns that come out of his head, and he's very, very wise. But he gets his head lopped off. They go and get him and his eye back, and then, yeah, Kratos wears his head around on his hip for, yeah, as long as he needs to. Okay, but yeah, Mimir is one of my favorite characters from God of War, so I'm very happy that he got confirmed. And then I didn't pull the image or, you know, look at who it was, but I did see that they also cast Odin the other day as well, and he did look like he would be okay, but it wasn't the same guy from the game. But moving away from God of War, but into another first look, and we got some images here that I believe was in some type of book somewhere, and somebody just snapped pictures of it, because they were like, oh my god, the first look's at the Beatles, because if you guys don't know, there's a Beatles biopic, or I think it's supposed to be like 4 films following the Beatles that are all supposed to come out, or something like that, or maybe it's just one film, and there's the Beatles are going to be getting put onto live action and onto your movie screens, and we're gonna have Paul Mescal playing Paul McCartney, so Paul playing Paul, like that. We're gonna have Harris Dickinson playing John Lennon, which probably is the hardest person in the cast to play because of how legendary John Lennon was, but also like he's gonna get assassinated at some point, is he not? Oh boy. Somebody that's still alive from the Beatles, Ringo Starr, is going to be played by Barry Keoghan, so Barry's going to be on the drums, love to see that. And then our boy Joseph Quinn will be on the guitar, which is very good, and he's going to be playing George Harrison. George Harrison ends up having a great solo career himself. I have quite a bit of George Harrison music on my playlist. Really good voice and guitarist, and if you guys know from Stranger Things, Joseph Quinn can play the guitar quite well, so maybe that's why he's the guitarist and not on drums like Barry Keoghan. But very cool that we got our first looks at the Beatles for this upcoming Beatles biopic movie or whatever it is. But yeah, comment below your interest on that. After the last biopic I seen for Bruce Springsteen, and nothing against Jeremy Allen White, I just was not here for that biopic. I did not think it was very good, and a movie review for that came out this morning, so go check out that if you missed it. But something else that I am very excited about is Robert Eggers' werewolf film has wrapped filming, and they had a wrap party for this recently, and they had the wolf, I think, from the movie on display, and I don't know if that's like a full prosthetic or full like puppet animatronic thing that they had, but this is much more my style of werewolf, you know, and when we're talking like American Werewolf in London, this is what I'm looking for with my werewolf film. So I am very excited for Robert Eggers' werewolf film. It's supposed to be set in 14th century England, and it's supposed to be releasing in theaters around Christmas 2026. So later this year, Christmas time. I mean, a werewolf film should probably be more Halloween time, but hey, Christmas heading into next year with a werewolf film, I'm happy. I'm gonna be definitely seeing that. But at this wrap party, the chief lighting technician, Julian White, on working on Robert Eggers' upcoming werewolf film, he said, "Mud, sweat, and fears. One of the most interesting and rewarding experiences in my 30-year career. From first reading the script, I knew it was going to be a unique experience." And then Tyler Penfold, member of the camera department on filming Robert Eggers' werewolf, said, "Challenging terrain, relentless weather, long hours, and a crew that kept showing up anyways. This job put us through our paces and may well be the hardest film I have ever worked on." So it seems like the cast had a challenge filming this, and it looks like they were really out in the boonies filming this shit, and you know, challenging terrain, challenging weather, but they seem to all have smiles on their faces while doing it and seem to have all had a pretty damn good time. So I am very here for this. And shout out Robert Eggers in the werewolf film. I mean, Nosferatu, Robert Eggers' last film, was super weird and creepy, but it was also like well done, where you got to the end and you were like, I'm creeped out, but like this was kind of cool, you know? And I really, really am dying to see what he does with a werewolf film. And we haven't really had a great werewolf film in a long time. And there's been a couple. I mean, Werewolves last year wasn't bad. The Wolfman from last year wasn't bad. But I'm still looking for a werewolf film that has made me feel half as good about the werewolf that I'm looking at as American Werewolf in London did. You know, I mean, like the Wolfman 2010 got pretty close, but that was mostly just because Benicio del Toro and Anthony Hopkins, I love them as actors. So, you know, Aaron Taylor Johnson, I believe, is going to be the werewolf in this, or at least he's starring in the film. Could be very interesting. I can't wait to hear more and see a trailer for this film. Any werewolf people out there, give your boy a shout out. Fucking what kind of werewolf movies are your favorite werewolf movies? But I have my Game of Thrones shirt on, so A Night of the Seven Kingdoms has been going on HBO Max the last few weeks, and this upcoming week, because of Super Bowl Sunday, episode 4 will be dropping on Friday night, I believe. So maybe I'll do a breakdown for that Saturday rather than waiting till Tuesday, like the normal schedule has been. But I will be recording that video right after this, so stay tuned for tomorrow's Comically Boston breakdown episode, where we hit A Night of the Seven Kingdoms episode 3. But recently, Ira Parker, the showrunner for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, shared his goals for this series to follow Duncan Egg's entire life. He said 4 to 5 seasons, as Egg and Dunk are currently, with Egg as a child. So this current iteration of the show, we're going to do about 4 to 5 seasons. Hype. And then he wants to jump a bit of time, return 10 years later for 4 to 5 seasons with Egg as a prince, and then he wants to return another decade after that and do 4 to 5 more seasons with Egg as an adult. It would be over the course of their entire lives, and mine too. And he said this to Esquire. And this to me just got me excited, because I was like, you know, I don't know if it's plausible or if it's going to be possible, but man, oh man, does that sound awesome. Like, I mean, I'm already here for Duncan Egg, and Egg is 9, right? So we're talking 4 to 5 seasons. Even if they record that for the next 4 to 5 years, we're talking he's going to be 13, 14 by the time he, you know, is done with these 4 to 5 seasons. You know, he was 9 when he filmed season 1, so like 10, 11, 12, you know what I mean? So he's going to be 14, 15 years old by the time they're done shooting this. Now, then you want to jump a decade, and now he's, what, 25? Say, what, Peter Claflin's 30? You're going to jump a decade, now he's 40. And, you know, so now you're going to have a 25 and a 40-year-old, and Dunk's still going to be around, I hope, for Egg. And then you're going to have Egg another 10 years after that. Now, Egg's 35, maybe Dunk's 50, and then we're gonna get there, you know, at them as an adult. And if the fortune teller had anything to say about last episode, seems like Egg's gonna be a king at some point in this series, and Egg and Dunk, I hope, stick together, and I really love the two of them so much. So as long as they don't have beef, I'm cool. But man, oh man, has this show been great so far. It's like slow burn. Some people are gonna be like, oh, it's slow. I don't know why you like that so much. It doesn't need to be fast-paced and a ton going on if your characters are that interesting to watch and also just hang out with. You know what I mean? Like, I would, like, they're only 30-minute episodes, too. I would spend hour-long episodes with Duncan and Egg happily and just, like, slowly go through everything, even slower than they are. Because I think, you know, for the 30-minute episodes, they're packing a lot into these 30-minute episodes. You know what I mean? But stay tuned for tomorrow's breakdown of episode 3 coming out to the channel for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms titled Squire, The Squire, and that breakdown will be coming tomorrow, so make sure you guys hit the bell so you get the notification when that comes out. But now to my final 2 topics of the day, and we have the Grammys. Oh, the 68th Grammys I watched last night. We'll talk a little bit of that at the end. But Deadline apparently got a report recently that there will be no trailers for Avengers Doomsday and Spider-Man Brand New Day at the Super Bowl next weekend. And that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, right? Like, sure, we've seen the 4 trailers and teaser trailers that played ahead of the Odyssey for Avengers Doomsday, and we're still almost, you know, what, 10 months out till Avengers Doomsday, you know, almost 11, and Spider-Man Brand New Day, we're now, what, less than 5 months out till that movie, and we haven't seen anything from it yet. And Dustin Daniel Cretton recently said that they were working on the trailer, so maybe the trailer's just not ready, but I would think that's been wrapped for a good amount of time. The trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, I would 100% be expecting at the Super Bowl. But also, it costs them a lot of money to get an ad in the Super Bowl. I think it's like $1 million per ad or something like that. At least. I think it might even be more than that. And it hasn't proved that they necessarily will drag people to the theaters if they have a Super Bowl trailer. And, you know, maybe the people that don't necessarily keep up on everything and don't know anything about Marvel, maybe they'll be excited for the Super Bowl trailer. But I think they could very easily just release a trailer at the same time as the Super Bowl and get the publicity out there and not spend all the money about it. And people will still be hyped and the word will still get out there. But I think, worry is they don't want it to get drowned out by the Super Bowl and what's going on there and the commercials and the halftime show and all the stuff that they will be reporting about the Super Bowl. But I don't know. I'll be watching the trailers and Super Bowl Sunday commercials, and I'll have all the news for you Monday morning next week after the Super Bowl. So stay tuned for that, y'all. But comment below your thoughts. Do you think we will see an Avengers Doomsday trailer? Do you think we'll see a Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer? Me personally, I really hope we get some Spider-Man footage, but I wouldn't also be surprised if they do like a Disney Plus trailer of like, ooh, what's coming out this year, and maybe we get some footage of X-Men 97, and we get some footage of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and Vision Quest, and Daredevil Born Again Season 2. We'll get more footage from that. You know, like, I think the options are either a Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, which I don't even really think would be Marvel. I think that would be more Sony. So I think for Marvel, I think they'll do just like a coming up on 2026 type of thing instead of an Avengers Doomsday trailer. But in my mind, I was betting that there was going to be not only a Spider-Man Brand New Day, that Disney Plus trailer, but also an Avengers Doomsday trailer. And, you know, as much as I would like to trust this report from Deadline, I'm still going to go into it expecting it, and then if it's not there, oh well. But, man, oh man, I think it would be a super missed opportunity for them not to get a Super Bowl trailer, you know what I mean? But I don't know, maybe it's that type of year where it's controversial, so they're like, I don't know if we should. stupid. But still hyped for Spider-Man Brand New Day, still hyped for Doomsday, but I think I'm more hyped for Spider-Man because I know less about it and I haven't seen anything from it and it's coming up sooner, you know? So Doomsday I'm hyped for, but you know, it's still quite a bit of ways out, so I'll be more hyped for that by like September, you know what I mean? And I'll be like, oh my god, it's right around the corner, you know? Where like right now it still feels like an eternity away. You know, they could still delay it or whatever, you know, where as of the current moment, that's coming out in December, and I believe Spider-Man comes out in July. But share your excitement for those down below. And just to wrap up today's show on the 68th Grammys Award winners, and I didn't write down all of them, but I wasn't even planning to watch this show, but if you guys know from the channel, I do quite like the award shows, and just seeing how they put on the show, seeing what the host does. You know, Trevor Noah was quite funny, but wasn't necessarily doing full bits, was kind of just walking around improvising stuff with guests that were sitting there. But the stars were out for the Grammys last night, and the rappers, the musicians, you know, all these different actors were there and tons of people. Billie Eilish won. Our boy fucking Bad Bunny won. So now he's a Grammy winner for this album that he released this year as he's heading into the Super Bowl next week. So now he's a Grammy, Oscar, or not Oscar, but you know, he's a Grammy winner for this music that he's about to be performing that weekend. Like, that's hype. You know, that was, it almost happened similar a couple weeks ago. She won a Golden Globe, Tiana Taylor, for her work as in One Battle After Another. And then she was Oscar nominated and then hosted SNL that weekend. So it's like, oh man, like, strike while the iron is hot, you know what I mean? But then Kendrick also won. Lauryn Hill did a great performance. I mean, as far as the awards shows I've watched this year, the speeches weren't all that exciting, you know, like, and I saw some people online like, I don't need to hear celebrities' fucking political takes. It's not necessarily what normally happens at these things, but when there's ICE doing what they're doing in Minnesota fucking right now, yeah, there's gonna be some of them that speak out and use their fucking platform to spread their fucking what they want, you know, like, and fuck you for criticizing them. Like, it's their fucking moment. They can say whatever the fuck they want. And if they want to say fuck ICE, fuck you. You know, like, and if you're like, ICE is great, fuck you again. You know, I'll double down on that. Fuck ICE, fuck you. How about that? But Kendrick Lamar, Bad Bunny, I both like their speeches, and Kendrick won, of course. Kendrick's a beast for Luther. And Olivia Dean won for Best New Artist of the Year. Jelly Roll won. There were some people that I was like, oh, that was really sweet that they won, and they were super emotional. Lola Young won. She was hilarious. She was like, I didn't write a fucking speech. Oh shit, I'm sorry. You know, like, swears man on live TV. She's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, it was good, but now I'm curious and see how the Oscars will go, and how Conan will do hosting that. And I believe that comes up in March, so we're about a month out from that. And now after the Grammys and then the Oscars being, I think, the next one, I don't think there's any in between. There might be, maybe the BAFTAs or something like that, but I don't know if any of the other ones will be like televised. But if they are, I will watch those and let you know what the winners was like and what the show was like. And the performances, though, man, oh man, going from like Justin Bieber's performance to Tyler the Creator's, and like some of the music, I didn't listen to really any new music this year, but there was some songs that just, you know, penetrate through anything, and you go, oh, I know that song, I know this one. And there was quite a few I didn't, but the performances were still just captivating. Like, I didn't know Justin Bieber came out with new music, but the song he did, he was in his boxes and his underoos on stage, and it was pretty much just like a love letter to his wife, Hailey Bieber. And I was like, oh my god, like, this, it was a powerful performance, it really was. And some people were shitting on it online, but if you were watching it in person when he came out after all the other performances going on, and there was like, you know, fireworks and big things going on, and getting elevated up into the air, and Justin Bieber just comes out with one solo spotlight and a mirror off to the side, and he's in his boxes just fucking doing his thing. I was like, that was powerful, man, you know. And there was quite a few of those. And then the Lauryn Hill in memoriam speech and like song that she did, and then ended it with Killing 'Em Softly, you know, the Fuji song. Yeah, oh man, beautiful performance, beautiful night for the Grammys. Love to see it. And shout out Bad Bunny, shout out Kendrick, Love them, love to see that they won, and everyone was looking good. But that's it for me, y'all. Comment below your thoughts about the Grammys or anything we talked about here today. Rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara, legend. And, you know, very excited for the Beatles coming up, the Werewolf movie we talked about, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms breakdown tomorrow, Super Bowl next week. What trailers do you expect to see or commercials from the Super Bowl? Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl? I mean, I don't like to go favorites, but, or I don't like to put predictions out there, but I know I'm not rooting for anybody besides the Patriots. Even if the teams in the Super Bowl weren't the Patriots, I'm still rooting for the Patriots. But that's just the New England boy in me. So it is what it is. But go Pats. And I will see you beautiful people next week for another Comically Boston Weekly Nerdy News podcast. Make sure you guys hit the bell so you don't miss the notification when that comes out. Once again, my name's Big Cam, 2 G's in the Big, pretty much anywhere. Links for my other social medias down in the description below. Go follow me, check those out. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you made it this far and you'd like to support the channel, the best way of doing that is liking this video, commenting down below, subscribing if you haven't already, and hit that bell so you don't miss next week's podcast. And I will see you beautiful people in the next video. Peace!